Today I'm going to show you a whole bunch of places where you can park your van around Gourock and Greenock, so you can spend more time having fun and not worrying about it. Well, you don't get many days better than this. Blue sky, hardly any wind, snow on the mountains. What a day. Today I'm on the hill above Greenock on the road towards Motorhome. I'm going to be going down to the water road and working my way from Gourock back along towards Greenock, showing you some of the places where you can park with a motorhome. Speed camera. I didn't see many motorhomes when I was out and about, but I did get away from the people in this one. So if you're watching, drop me a comment, it'd be nice to hear from you. I'm now at Rollerteam Bay. There's public toilets over there. Quite a decent sized car park, but it does get very busy in the summer. Fantastic view across the beach, looking towards Argyle to the south of Dunoon and Towered Point, and then away over in the distance the Isles of Bute and Arran. What a beautiful day. I'm at Rollerteam Bay now, a decent sized car park. At this time of year there's plenty of space, but in the summer months it gets really busy. There's grass for letting the kids and the dogs have a good run around, and then just beyond that there's a nice sandy beach as well. Just across the other side of the road there's a garden centre with a cafe and a craft shop and all the other things you'd expect to find at a garden centre. I've just put my batteries on charge from flying the drone, and I'm going to have a drink and a packet of crisps now. This little pull in here is a handy one if you want to just spend a few minutes for the lighthouse at Clock Point. You can get down to the beach just below, down some fairly steep steps. This is the lighthouse at Clock Point. You can see the ferry just in the background behind it coming in. It leaves from just about half a mile further up the road at McInroy's Point and goes across to Dunoon at Hunter's Quay. It saves lots of miles if you were to go around by road all the way up the side of Loch Lomond and across the rest and be thankful. This is a popular spot with photographers scrambling over the rocks to take pictures of the lighthouse. I've certainly taken a few myself around here. I've got a website actually where you can see my photos. It's www.andyhallphoto.com. This was after sunset as it's getting dark. I love the way the blue tones have come out in the image with just that point of light as the focus that draws your eye in. For this image I used a special lens called a Lensbaby Sweet 35. This was a 10-minute exposure, which is why you've got lovely streaky clouds in the sky. This is McInroy's Point, where the Western Ferry leaves for Hunter's Quay over the other side at Dunoon. I've always been a bit of a Land Rover enthusiast, so it's nice to see an old Series 3 sitting in somebody's drive over there. Just coming into Gourock now, past the indoor pool, and round to the left into the car park. I missed a little bit on the left where there were some spaces. As you can see, this side is pretty full. So I've come back round through the main street and back into the car park again. This is Gourock, handy car park for the town. There's a couple of hundred spaces here, but it does fill up pretty quickly. As you can see, not much room for a van of this size, but if you've got something smaller like a transporter, you'd be fine. You need a disc, which you can get from the local shops. You've got up to 3 hours here, which is quite handy. There's some nice cafes and restaurants where you can have something to eat, and there's also the outdoor pool, which is heated, so even when it's starting to snow a little bit as it is now, you could still go and enjoy yourself in a nice warm pool. Driven past the parking spaces on the first pass because I wanted to turn around to be facing the other way for when I come back down off the hill. I'm at Loyal Hill now, about 400 feet up, looking down over the town of Gourock. A lot of people think it was called Loyal Hill because of the sugar magnate, but in fact it had the name before he became rich. I've just been watching a submarine go by. I think it's probably one of ours because nobody was shooting at it. But look at this. What a view. What a day. I'm no expert on naval vessels at all, but I think this is one of our Astute class attack submarines. If you cross the road and follow the path up to the top, you come to the viewpoint at Craig's Top on the summit. So at Loyal Hill, you get not one, but 2 viewpoints for your money. Don't say I'm not good to you. Look at the views from up here. I don't know if you can see it on the video, but it looks like a snow shower across the other side of the river now. It's pretty cold today. It was 3 degrees last time I looked in the van, and there were a few flurries of snow over this side too. I've come down off the hill and now I'm at Battery Park next to the river. Time for a drink, but first I'll just tell you a bit about this location. It's got a decent bit of parking, some of the spaces next to the grass, so if your van's got a big bum like mine, you can park it hanging over the grass and not take up too much space. There's public toilets here and a place where you can get snacks and ice creams in the summer. There's a kids play area, there's a skate park, massive field where the kids and the dogs can run around, you can fly kites and that kind of thing. You can get down next to the river, it's a bit rocky and pebbly just here. It's a place that's worth keeping in mind for rainy days as well, because if you've got young kids, there's an indoor play area called Fun World where they've got the usual ball pits and bouncy castles and climbing frames that they can keep amused for a few hours. You can get something to eat in there while they're playing as well. It's only a very short distance from Battery Park to the Esplanade at Greenock. I didn't pull over this time, but as you can see along the left hand side there's plenty of spaces at the side of the road. As you get further down towards the container terminal, you can see that there's some spaces where you can park a nose in or reverse in if that suits your vehicle a bit better. I'm at the waterfront now in Greenock. It's a bit of a tight car park for a van of this size, but if you've got a smaller vehicle you'll be fine. There's a cinema, there's a leisure centre with swimming pool and gym. Quite handy for the supermarkets. You've got Aldi, Tesco and Lidl, all a close walk, and plenty of other shopping opportunities if that's what you need. I'm at Custom House Key in Greenock now. I'm not entirely sure whether you're supposed to park here, but there's plenty of other vehicles parked here too, so it can't all be wrong surely. This is the point where the paddle steamer Waverley departs from when it sails from Greenock in the summer. Just over behind me there you can probably see the Beacon Arts Centre. There's a cafe in there as well where you can get something to eat. Never tried it, so I don't know if it's any good. This is one of my favourite stops around Greenock. This is the East India Harbour. You might recognise it from my previous video where I talked about how I came to buy a motorhome in the first place. If you haven't seen it, I'll put a card up just there. You can click on it and have a watch. It's just about sunset now, so that's me finishing off for the day at East India Harbour in Greenock. It's a lovely quiet spot. As you can see, there's hardly anybody else here. There's a bit of road noise from the road over there. There's a fire station and ambulance station as well, so you'll get some sirens at whatever time of day or night. Quite handy for walking across to the supermarket, although their own car park is decent as well. I've never had a problem getting the van in there, and you might have noticed that there's a pub behind me as well, so you're well catered for your evening refreshments. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments and please like and subscribe.